How's it going, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, day number 4 of our 52-day upload streak. Now this week we're kicking it all the way back to 2004 to rebuild a team that many people considered to be one of the best teams ever assembled. And that's because they have 4 future Hall of Famers: Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Gary Payton, and Karl Malone, all on the same team. This team actually did a pretty good job in the regular season. I think they won like 56 games. Made it to the playoffs, of course, made it all the way to the championship, but lost in 5 games to the Detroit Pistons. And then things just kind of exploded, right? Shaq went to another team. Kobe, of course, stayed. He was a Laker lifer. Gary Payton went to another team, and then Karl Malone just straight up retired after the season. And then after they lost in 5 games, Phil Jackson went out and said that Kobe was uncoachable. Like, these were just a dumpster fire late in that season. So, me being me, of course, I want to do my job and try to get this team that championship that I thought that they were going to win. So, the roster that I'm using is not perfect, far from perfect. You think about it, 2004, there are so many players that aren't in 2K now in 2016. And so, this guy that created this, he doesn't have everybody, but he has enough players for this to actually be realistic. Take a look at our roster. You know, we already mentioned the top 4. We got Horace Grant, Devin George, Rick Fox, Jamal Sampson, this guy who, man, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, Maurice Carter, and he doesn't have like Luke Walton and Derek Fisher were also on this team. But like I said, he doesn't have everybody, but the roster that he made was great. So I'm just gonna flip through it. You can pause anywhere you want. You want to see how he has ratings and everything. This is a nice team from the past that I really liked here with Steve Nash, Dirk, Antoine Jameson. Pretty good team. So like I said, you can pause anywhere you want if you want to stop. And yes, we're going to be rebuilding this team. So I don't even know if this team really necessarily deserves or needs a rebuild. Really, the goal is just to win a championship. So I may make 1 or 2 trades here and then just go to 7 games, because this team already has the pieces, right? They got the starting point guard, shooting guard. Small forward position is really lacking. So that's probably where we're going to try to go out there and get. I don't know how. We're probably just going to flip draft picks because that's like the easy thing to do. And let's do it, man. So one thing that's great about this roster is usually when people make throwback rosters, if we go to free agency, it's going to have all those players that don't really necessarily need to be there. Granted, this guy has a couple of them. He's got Tyreek Evans, Paul Pierce, all these guys. They're there, but it's not nearly as many guys that you would see. Like Steph Curry's not on here. You know, guys like that aren't here. So we don't have to worry about those guys messing up our chances of winning the championship. So let's try to do a trade, man. So let me look at this. By position, we got a lot of point guards, but that's because we got these roster fillers. So we do need a nice backup point guard, because we really don't have anything. We got Maurice Carter, but he's not going to cut it. Shooting guard position, we only got Kobe. Small forward position needs an upgrade too. So we got to get some things done. I may be trading Devin George here with this first round pick and try to upgrade him to something different. If I can't get anything, I'm probably going to head to free agency or something. I don't know. I'm going to see what I can get from the block. Eric Snow. Who is this guy? D. Mason. I don't know who D. Mason is, but I'm not going to trade for him because I don't know who he is. They got Scottie Pippen. And this is an old Scottie too. 2004. Was Scottie still playing in 2004? I mean, he's on the roster, so he had to be. Same thing with Glenn Rice. These guys are way past their prime. Way past their prime. Ooh. Eddie Jones is still here. 83 overall, which looks pretty good. Dikembe Mutombo. Tayshaun Prince. This is a trade we're going to do. This is a team that beat us in the playoffs, so why not take their start in small forward? You got Nick Van Exel, but I don't really want that right now. Let's do this trade to pick up Tayshaun Prince. Like, I like that. And Lindsey Hunter, kind of an upgrade at point guard, but not really, because he's only like an overall point higher. So let's look at the rotation now. Tayshaun Prince is going to fit nicely in there. Tayshaun, man, doing good things. We got a lot of power forwards, it seems like. These 2 power forwards, I could probably trade one of them. Horace Grant, I'm going to keep him just because it's Horace Grant, and I'm a Bulls fan. So, you know, I got respect for Horace. I know he went around. After he left the Bulls, where did he go? He went to Orlando to follow Shaq there, and then he came to LA to follow Shaq. So, you know, I still got a lot of respect for him just because he was a Bull once upon a time. So I'm looking for like a backup point guard. That would be nice. Alvin Williams is there. It's a pretty good trade. I guess we get a first rounder that we can flip later too. But let's go through all the trades. Like in 2004, Avery Johnson, who's now a coach. Yeah, he's not a great shooter or anything. Where did he prosper at? like I was gonna say, 2004, I was just starting to watch the NBA. I was what, 8 years old at that point. So 2004, a lot of these names are unfamiliar for me. So don't be mad at me if I miss someone that you know or something like that. So I think I may go Avery Johnson instead of Alvin Williams. So we get a first round pick in that trade too, which is good. So we can flip that. So now we have a backup point guard. Let's see what else we need. Backup point guard. Did we just trade Rick Fox? I just traded Rick Fox. I tried to trade this dude. I want to trade that dude, not Rick Fox. Okay. Let's trade this dude now and throw in that first round pick we just got in the second rounder and try to get another small forward back. I would like to get Rick Fox back because I like Rick Fox. But we may go for something like this. Glenn Rice. I don't know who this guy is either. Brevin Knight. Never heard of him. But I mean, even though this is a little before like my time, I was really young, I do recognize a lot of the names. Not all of them, but a lot of the names I do recognize. I think that may be the last trade. Actually, I'm going to try to orchestrate one more thing, but I'm going to do it off camera just because I feel like it's going to take a minute. Okay, so I try to do everything I can to make a significant change to the roster, but this is what we're going to deal with. Glenn Rice is coming to the table for the first round and second round, and this guy with the really long name. Alright, so Glenn Rice is out of his prime. We got a bunch of players that are kind of old there with Karl Malone and Gary Payton, Horace Grant, and now Glenn Rice. But it could work. I'm going to make it a 9-man rotation because I don't really want Lindsey Hunter getting minutes there. So this is the rotation we're rolling with. Gary Payton, Kobe, Tayshaun Prince, Karl Malone, Shaq, Horace Grant coming off the bench, Avery Johnson, Glenn Rice, and then what Sampson? Jamal Sampson. Okay. So I think the team is looking good. This is actually a 1-year rebuilding challenge, just to let you guys know if you didn't already. Let's get into it. All right, we're doing amazing things, guys. 51-4 at the All-Star break. Who are our 4 L's to? Okay, the Dallas Mavericks, who I talked about being one of a great team. Michael Finley and Dirk both went for 20 plus. Who else? The Spurs, makes sense. The Spurs have always been good. Who else? The Dallas Mavericks again, and then the Detroit Pistons, the team to beat us in the championship. So we've lost all 4 games to legitimate teams. I don't want to face Dallas in the playoffs, man. They beat us both times so far this season. I don't want to face them. But let's take a look at these stats. Kobe's averaging about 30 and 7 assists. And they say Kobe don't pass. Shaq is averaging a double-double with 20 and 10. Karl Malone's averaging his dub exactly and almost, I said 20 and 10 for Shaq. 14. That's just 10 defensive rebounds. And then Karl Malone's almost averaging him a double-double. And Gary Payton is doing his thing, dishing off the ball. Tayshaun Prince is kind of the man, like the glue guy, doing his 9.9. Horace Grant, you can pause if you need to do that. League leaders. Dwayne Wade is leading the league in scoring, averaging 33.2. This is the Dwayne Wade the Bulls need. Not gonna happen though. Tracy McGrady second. LeBron, AI, Kobe. Big things happen. I'm dropping stuff. You probably heard that. Ricky Davis is in this game. He's averaging 25. Jerry Stackhouse. Like, these are guys that I remember. Stephon Marbury. I used to have this dude's shoes. He's still making shoes too. He's still making shoes out of the league. They're costing like $15. I don't know if anybody buying them, but he's still making shoes. Tony Parker's averaging 20 plus. That's pretty cool. Melo, you can see that. Peja Stojakovic. Straight torch, straight score, man. The guy did great things back in his day. Cuttino Mobley, I think he's like 40, right? And he's still cooking dudes in Drew League. If you don't watch, or you don't follow Drew League on Instagram, I highly recommend it because they just be having the nastiest clips. And Cuttino Mobley, he's all gray bearded out, still balling people up. Yao Ming is out there. Who's averaging the most rebounds? I think it's KG, right? It is KG. And then you got Tyson Chandler, then our big boy, Shaquille O'Neal, Big Diesel. Most assists goes to Steve Nash so far. So let's take a look at award races. Shaq and Kobe both running for MVP. Dwayne Wade may get it though. He's averaging 33, 7, and 9 with 3 steals and 2 blocks. Oh my God. Ooh, that's just crazy. Rookie of the year. Oh, wow. Okay, he's a rookie too. 2004. Yep. 2003 is when him and LeBron came into the league. Makes sense. And he's a rookie. Okay. All right, roster. 6-man Robert Pack is still in the league. I thought he would be retired by this time. 2004. Kendall Gill is in the league. Antoine Walker. Defensive player of the year looks like Kevin Garnett, Tayshaun, or Tyson Chandler may get that. Most improved, the man who can't shoot, Steve Blake, Jason Terry, Costa Koufis. Okay. and Tony Parker. Okay, we're going to continue to simulate go into the playoffs now. Dwayne Wade does end up winning the MVP and the Rookie of the Year. Sixth man goes to Robert Pack. Kevin Garnett wins Defensive Player of the Year. And Andre Miller wins Most Improved. And you can see us as Byron Scott winning Coach of the Year. So if we're talking about record, we did end up being the best team in NBA history at 76-6. We're at the head of the West, but knowing my luck, we're going to get eliminated in the first round. So let's see if we do. Let's simulate that completely. Okay, I thought we were going to sweep them, but they win one game, but we get to the next round against Yao Ming, Tracy McGrady is actually still in Orlando. So let's see who the Rockets have. They got Yao Ming, Steve Francis, Cuttino Mobley, Trevor Ariza, Charles Oakley, Adrian Griffin, who was an ex-Bulls player, and he was on the Bulls staff for a little bit. All right. I think our team is better. Actually, I know our team is better, and we almost didn't get out of that one. So here we go. A throwback. Was that 2001 where everybody said the league was rigged in the Western Conference Finals between these two teams? I think it was 2001. Well, anyway, we're rematching it. Take a look at their team. They got some guys there. Where am I going? Kings. I'm going to the Kings. They got some guys there. C. Webb, Pager, Mike Bibby, Doug Christie. I may rebuild this team next, yo. Let me know if you want to see this, but probably do the roster that people said they got cheated. I think it was 2001, but I'm probably wrong because that's my luck. I'm thinking confidently, but we'll see. I think we're better than them though. Whoa, we went to 7, but we won by 30 and 7, but that was close. Kobe only scored 16. We need Kobe to score more than that. We need Glenn Rice to score more than that. What did he average on the season actually? Because I know he had a torch, even in his old age. He averaged 7. Okay, 16 minutes, 7 points, not too bad. Oh, but Brooklyn make it to the championship. Who does Brooklyn have? Let's go to it, man. It wouldn't be Brooklyn back in these days. It would actually be the New York Nets. But it's Brooklyn Nets now. Oh, this is the time Jason Kidd was going crazy, right? He brought his team to the championship a couple times, and they just lost. He's got Kenyon Martin, Richard Jefferson. Alonzo Mourning was on this team? Wow, Alonzo Mourning was on the team. I did not remember that. But I do think our team is better. They got Kerry Kittles, who I remember from back in the day because his name was so cool. And we swept them. No big deal. Kobe dropping 32 in the final game. Carmelo getting his double-double. We won it. Kobe MVP maybe? Let's see who wins MVP. And it is Kobe, averaging 33 points in the finals, 7 assists, and shot 47% from the field. So that's all. We did it. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Another really short rebuild, but I thought it was pretty fun going back with these rosters. Let me know teams in NBA history you want me to try to rebuild. It's been the King of the Fourth Quarter. Thanks so much for watching.